Hey guys, welcome back to another props video. We are coming off a 2-in-1 day in the WNBA, so that's pretty good. We'll definitely take that. I have 3 more player props for you today in the 3 games today and 2 more leans for you. But if you're new here, please like and subscribe. I give you all my picks for free. They will always be free, so I appreciate the little free things that you can do for me. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so let's jump into our recap. First, we took Sabrina Ionescu over 26.5 PRA. She was on fire last night. That was an amazing game. I told you that game was a bet the stars game. Everybody went over their lines. You know, Kelsey Mitchell went over her lines. Caitlin Clark went over her lines. Sabrina Ionescu went over her lines. Brianna Stewart went over her lines. Courtney Williams went over her lines. So, I mean, that was a game you should have bet on. Hopefully you did. She went over the 26.5 PRA in just points. So that was pretty amazing. Also, Kayla Thornton, over 5.5 rebounds. She had 8 at halftime. She ended with 12. That's the 3rd game in a row that she's had double-digit rebounds. So that's something to look out for in the future, guys, for those Valkyries. I've bet this twice now, and I will definitely continue to bet it if we keep getting a line that low. And then our 3rd bet did not hit. Gabby Williams over 18.5 PA. She shot 3 for 8 and 1 for 5 from 3, so she didn't have the best shooting night. If she'd made a couple more buckets, we might have cashed this, but that was a rough game for the Storm. They did not play well. The Valkyries definitely locked them down. And then our leans went 1-1. Nafisa Collier had 21 PR in the first quarter and cashed this 31.5 PR by halftime. Just a reminder, guys, I bet these leans. So if you want to bet these, you can. I just don't make them best bets because there might be blowout risk or they might be a little bit riskier of bets. So I did bet that, and that was an easy cash. And then Derica Hamby over 17.5 points. She just, she didn't get enough playing time. She was aggressive, but she just could not get it in the basket. None of the Sparks could. Kelsey Plum rallied late in the game. I don't know if she went over her line, but she did put up a bunch of points late in the game. And Derica Hamby just never got there. So this brings our total NBA run up to 16-5, which is still not too shabby. Today, we have 3 games, and the first one is the worst. The 2 worst teams in the WNBA going up against each other, the Sky and the Sun. So you guys know me by now. We're betting Angel Reese double-double. We're probably going to do it like every game. Probably not every game. I mean, it depends on what odds we get. So we bet this a couple of days ago, and she hooked us by 1 rebound right here against the Atlanta Dream. She has gotten this in 4 of 9, and then she's hooked in 2. And then on the games where she straight up missed, she got there in rebounds right here in 2 of the 3 games that she missed and just didn't get there in points at all. So she really only had, I don't know, you guys, this is like a 50-50 toss-up. And whenever we get odds that are better than like a normal bet, then I'm taking it. And I might even take it if the odds are just a normal bet. I bet this again on parlay play. That's where I found the best odds. So if you want to skip that one, feel free. I understand she hooked us the other day, but she is going up against the other worst team in the league, so I expect her to have a good day. Alicia Gray has been on fire this season. She's been amazing. She took a little bit of a backseat to Ryan Howard in their last game, but she still was able to cash this 26.5 PRA barely. So she's over in 7 of 10. 70% hit rate, and then over 6 in the last 7. So she's been great. She had 40 against the Mystic in week 1, which I realize it's week 1, so anything can happen, but that's pretty good to have 40 against this same team, and now the line's at 26.5. I think I wrote 26.5 down here, but it is 27.5 on most books. I did find it at 26.5 on parlay play, and I expect it to go up. Satu Sabali has been an easy cash for us the past couple of games. She has just been really consistent. She's either close to this line or just under it or just over it. And I like betting players like that. She's very consistent. She's over an 8 of 11. I got this at 29.5 PRA on parlay play today. It's at 30.5 on most books. I saw it at 31.5 on one book. So this might be moving up as well. She has a matchup against the Aces today who, we're not really sure what the Aces are without Asia. We've had 1 game. They did not perform well. I don't expect them to do that poorly again, but maybe they will. So, but she's been able to get this against good teams and bad teams, guys. So I'm just going to ride with Satu Sabali over 29.5 PRA. And then I have a couple leans for you. My first lean is Camila Cardoso over 9.5 points. You know, she has only hit this in 4 of 9 games. But when she has hit it, she's hit it by quite a few points, 15, 23, 16, just 12 here. But still, you know, she's gone way over the line. So this is a play I'm making just based on her matchup. She's playing the worst team in the league, the Sun. So Angel Reese can't get all the points. Someone else on the Sky is going to get points. And I'm just going to bet on Camila Cardoso. Just a full disclosure here, I did bet on Camila Cardoso all the way up to 14.5 points for a huge payout. So if she lands on 15 or higher, you know, I'll make a lot of money on that. But I also bet the regular line here at 9.5. Just keep in mind, this is not an official play for the channel. This is just a lean. And then my other lean is Marina Mabrey over 17.5 points. She lit up the Dream when they played a couple of games ago, and I have not forgotten it. I watched that game. She's only over in 4 of 9, but she is over in 3 of the last 5 games. So she's been playing pretty well for the Sun in their losses. I mean, they're losing all these games. So she's trying hard to win, and she's putting up quite a few points. So, you know, she didn't have a good game against the Liberty, which is a tough team. I'm going to have to bet on her again. I'm going to have to bet on her this time, going over 17.5. I would not make this an anchor play. I would not make this an important play. I would definitely not make your day depend on this. She's very fluky, and this is a bad team. So we really don't know what is going to happen in this Sky Sun game, but I guess we'll find out first thing in the morning because it's the first game on the slate. Okay, so to recap, guys, our bets for today are Angel Reese over a double-double. She's either had a double-double or hooked a double-double in half of her games this season so far, and she's going up against the worst team in the league. Alicia Gray over 26.5 PRA. It is 27.5 on a lot of books. She's gone over this in 7 of her last 10 games, and she is just having a great season for the Dream. And then Satu Sabali, she has been super consistent for us. Over 30.5 PRA. I got it at 29.5 PRA. She's going up against an Aces team without Asia Wilson, and we just don't know if they're going to be decent or if they're going to fall completely apart like they did in their last game. And then my 2 leans here, Camila Cardoso over 9.5 points. She's been very fluky, but she's playing the worst team in the league. I bet her over 14.5 points for a big payout. And then Marina Mabrey on the Sun over 17.5 points against the Sky. She is playing the second worst team in the league, in my opinion. They're both 1-9. And so she's going to score. Is she going to score 18? I don't know, but I went ahead and bet it. Just be careful of those leans because they are leans for a reason and not best bets. Go ahead and like and subscribe and follow us on all of our socials so that you can get the latest from us. I usually will post my bets the night before if they're available on X, so you can get them before the lines change. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good day.